a thumb up, like, okay, you know I love you, dude.
Ah.
She'll throw a thumb up, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love you, dude. You ain't got to.
All right. So, and just like that, we're opening the doors to the rest of the community. Come on in, Facebook fam, IG crew, and YouTube family. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm glad you're here. Good morning. Good morning, Glenn. How are you? I'm loving that yard work that you're doing, you and your kids. I love it. So good morning, everyone. I am your I am Princess, your host of Cup of Cocoa and Chat, where we sip, share, and start the day with intention, encouragement, and a little something warm for your soul. No worries, no worries. You're welcome. You're so very welcome. I stream live every Wednesday and Friday from 6 a.m. Eastern on Favorite and bring you guys in around 6:30 a.m. sipping cocoa, sharing real talk, inspiration, community love, and positive vibes. You can also catch a similar conversation anytime on my Cup of Cocoa and Chat podcast, which I upload every Monday, available on Spotify and now on YouTube. And if you're looking for that extra boost to get you through the week, I drop midweek inspiration across all platforms. So follow along and stay encouraged. Quick recap, our theme today is Feel Good Friday. And the topic is Fuel Your Joy, celebrating what fills your cup. We've already been over here on Favorite, so let me catch you up. Our talking points today are what fuels your joy, who makes you smile even without trying, and how do you make time for what lifts your spirits. Our segment goal today is recognizing what brings happiness into our lives, whether routine or random, by giving space for gratitude, reflection, sharing, and connection. We started over here at 6 a.m. with our morning check in. We listened to a song by Frankie Beverly and Maze, Happy Feelings. That isn't just a melody, it's a mindset. It reminds us that no matter what's going on around us, we can choose to carry peace, love, and light within us. We played a little quick game. Is it joy or nah? Um, and so now it's time to get into our chat. So thank you for stopping in, watching the live, whether you're watching me on live or catching the replay. I appreciate you all. So, what fuels your joy? What fuels your joy? Big Mo, is it your daughter?
Yeah, kind of. That's a little piece, but what fuel my joy is like what brought me into existence, my mother and my father. Because without them, there wouldn't be no me, you know?
That's true. That's so true. That's so true.
And that respect that I have for them is like undying loyalty right there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I can't even get mad at them for real, you know what I'm saying?
And they always got your back.
They always got my back, even if they didn't, they ain't had no abortion, they ain't get rid of me. So I can always feel some joy. And then just like that song you just played.
Happy feelings.
Yeah.
That take you back, right?
That's a life soundtrack right there. That's on the soundtrack of life.
That's true. That's so true. That's why when I was going over everything, I chose that particular song because Frankie Beverly music anyway soothes your soul.
For
And
real
whether you
though.
young or old, everybody normally can vibe. Everybody gets that same feeling when you hear his music. Everybody vibes off of his music. Whether you were born in the 60s, 70s, 80s, or 90s, everyone can vibe to his music and feel what he was trying to put across.
For real though.
Mhm. So try to reflect on things that fill your soul, whether big or small, and energize your soul. It could be music, in the example that we were just talking about, listening to music. It could be movement, it could be laughter, it could be prayer, it could be quiet time or connection. Think
Yeah.
about something that instantly changes your mood for the better. Is it something you used to love doing that you want to return to? Or is it something that made you light up when you were younger? That was fuel for your soul. That was fuel for your joy. Joy often lives in our past, the carefree things we used to do without thinking, dancing in your room, writing stories, making your own lip gloss, or cooking with Big Mama, playing outside back in the day. All of those things bring you joy. And joy and peace often traveling companions. Pay attention to what truly brings you a sense of calm, not just what entertains or distracts you. Joy feels like time passing without stress, breathing deeper, smiling without a reason, or feeling fully yourself. You can try new things and pay attention to those new things because exploration opens the door to joy. Try new things without pressure, then notice how they make you feel. Like starting a new hobby, even if you're not good at it, take a different walk route, try a new recipe, a new playlist, or a new prayer practice. Finding your joy is about following your yes and being honest about your no. And Big
Mm-hmm.
Mo here is moving into his joy phase because he's trying to get that grind on and he's studying for his real estate license. And we're going to continue to uplift him. We're going to continue to pray for him so that he will be one of those real estate agents that you can depend on and that will help you in your need if you in his area.
For real.
So welcome in everybody. We're talking about joy. So sometimes you have to protect your energy in order to protect your joy. Because sometimes joy cannot grow because the space is too cluttered
Yeah.
with noise, negativity, or people who drain you.
Mm-hmm.
So, our tips to protect joy: say no to things that feel heavy.
Negativity.
Absolutely. Create pockets of quiet in your day. Let go of comparison. Set boundaries with love because you do not have to shrink yourself to make others comfortable because joy requires space. So you want to make room for joy on purpose because joy doesn't always just show up. Sometimes we have to create space for it. So you can schedule time for the things you love. Build your joy into your routine, just like your morning cup or your nightly wind down. Create a joy jar, fill it with memories, affirmation, and tiny moments of gratitude. Because when you make joy a priority instead of a once in a while treat, it becomes a part of your daily rhythm, and you begin to recognize what truly fuels it, what feeds your joy, what brings you joy, and who makes you smile without even trying. So joy is contagious, right? Joy is contagious. When you're around someone that's joyful, you can feel it because people play a big part in it, right? It could be your best friend, it could be your child, it could be your parents, your grandbaby, a co-worker, it could even be your pet. You know that person, that one person who doesn't even have to say a word, and your whole spirit just lifts when they walk into the room, call your name, or send that one emoji that always makes you laugh. So today I want to talk about people who bring joy to our lives without even trying, without even trying. So you have those special people in your life. So you have to express it to them. Have you told anyone lately that they bring joy to your lives? Give people their flowers while they can still smell them. Text someone today and say, I'm thinking of you. You always make me smile, because joy shared is joy multiplied. Joy shared is joy multiplied. Is that you? Yeah. You on Instagram?
Yeah.
Joy shared is joy multiplied. So, our last talking point for the morning: how do you make time for what lifts your spirit and gives you joy? How do you make time for what lifts your spirit and gives you joy? So, we've already gone over what fuels our joy, and we've gone over what makes you smile without even trying, because joy is contagious. Now let's get into how do you make time for what lifts your spirit and gives you joy. This is where inspiration meets intention. You need to know what brings you joy and choose it. Do you actively carve out time to recharge, or is it always on the back burner? Because let's be real, life gets busy. And when things get hectic, the first thing we cut out is often the very thing that keeps us grounded. The joy, the peace, the moments that lift our spirit. But joy doesn't just happen. As I said earlier, we have to make room for it. So today I want to ask, how are you making time for what fuels and feeds your joy? So you want to recognize that spirit lifting time is non-negotiable. Recognize that spirit lifting time is non-negotiable. Stop treating soul care like it's optional or extra. Your spirit needs care just like your body needs rest and your phone needs charging. So, just like you charge your phone up every day, your spirit needs to be charged up. And it brings joy once your spirit is charged. So, learn how to reclaim those small moments. It doesn't have to be hours. Joy and nourishment live in the little things. It could be a 5-minute deep breath before logging on to work. It could be lighting a candle before a shower. It could be listening to a favorite song while driving. It could be saying no without guilt so you can say yes to peace. Because peace is everything. And that's just a
Hey,
few
look,
small moments.
I ain't never think about it like that, though. I ain't trying to interrupt you. It's
No,
true.
that's okay.
I
Yeah.
never thought about it like that.
What, saying no without guilt so you can say yes to peace?
Yeah, I ain't never think about that.
Because every time that you say yes when it's not protecting your peace, it
Right.
brings your joy down a notch.
Yeah, cause you should not. You feel like you should never did that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So saying no without guilt, it means saying yes to your peace. Like, don't feel guilty about it.
On the real though, I like that. I like
Mhm.
that. For real.
So, what's one small spirit lifting moment you can build into your day today? Sounds like to me saying no. Saying
Saying no,
no.
and that probably could be consumed or perceived as negative, but saying no could be positive though. Too though.
Absolutely. Because saying no, remember, saying no sometimes protects your peace.
For real, now that you just said that, make me reflect.
Absolutely.
Made me,
Absolutely. Every no isn't meant to be negative.
made me reflect on the things I say no. I said no to in the way that felt it, the way that I felt behind that. I'm like, that's why I felt so good when I said no. Then
Yep.
okay, you feel
It's okay.
on everything.
It's definitely okay to say no. It's definitely okay to say no.
For real though.
So learn how to create a joy block. And what I mean by that, schedule joy like you schedule your appointments, just like you schedule your regular doctor appointments. Schedule joy, a weekly me moment for reading, for walks, or simple quiet, or pampering yourself, going to get your hair
For real.
cut, you know, whatever you do to pamper yourself. Use your planner or your phone calendar to block that sacred time. Because if it matters to your spirit, it belongs on your calendar. So create that joy block. Create that time that to do things that bring you joy. Learn the power of no. Learn the power of no. Because sometimes the biggest joy stealer is over committing.
Yeah.
Learn boundary setting with love by just saying, I am not available for anything that costs my peace. I am not available for anything that costs me my peace. And get in the habit of asking yourself regularly, what do I need now? What do I need right now? So, this is a self check in that can redirect your day. Ask yourself regularly, what do I need right now? Do you need music? Do you need rest? Do you need prayer? Do you need a movement? Do you need silence? Or do you need laughter? You deserve to ask and answer that question honestly because joy is found where honesty and intention meets. So finish this sentence. I feel most alive when I feel most alive when So for me, I feel most alive when I take time to care for myself, body, mind, and spirit. I
Yeah.
feel most alive when I do what? So finish the sentence. I feel most alive when I what?
Focus on myself.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that. I love that for you. So come up with your joy list, right? List some things that fills your cup, right? Put it down on paper or keep it mentally in your head so you can reflect and go back to those things when you're feeling down, depressed, and you want to bring joy into your life. Think about that list, your joy list. Think about your joy list. So I have a couple to share. But I like quiet moments that calm my spirit, because my early mornings before I get on, listening to soft music, stillness is a big one for me, because where peace speaks loudest for me, just being still and quiet, right? Before my day start. That's a big one for me. That's a big one. But get in the habit of creating a joy list and get in the habit of using it when you need to. And remember, your no's are powerful, and that's and necessary, actually. They're powerful and they're necessary. So every Friday, I do a community spotlight where I shout individuals out. And today is no different. I don't have individual shout outs today, but I just want to take a moment to say thank you. Big Mo, thank you. Everyone who has came in and out of the room, thank you. To my amazing family across favorited Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, whether you're joining me live or catching the replay or showing love through your likes, comments, shares, stars, gifts, your interaction. I see you, I appreciate you, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your support fills my cup and fills my joy. And I pray this space pours a little bit of that joy right back into you. So, our scripture today comes from Isaiah chapter 55, verse 12. You will go out in joy and be led forth in peace. The mountains and hills will burst into song before you. You will go out in joy and be led forth in peace. The mountains and the hills will burst into song before you. And our daily affirmation today is I choose joy. I choose joy. I make space for what fuels my soul. I celebrate the good, the big, and the small. I choose joy. I make space for what fuels my joy. I celebrate the good, big, and small. So, guys, it is time for us to wrap up Feel Good Friday. But before I go, my IG crew, my Facebook family, and my YouTube family, I want you to know that joy isn't coming. I'm sorry, joy isn't something we chase. Joy is something that we choose. Every moment, every day, we can decide to focus on what fills our cup. So if you enjoyed today's conversation, don't forget to like, share, and invite others to join us here on Cup of Cocoa and Chat. I'll be back Wednesday, same time, same place. Until then, Take care. Be bold. And as always, peace, blessings. I love you. And I mean it. So let's close out YouTube. Thank you guys.